one thing that helps is martial arts. Jiu-jitsu helps. Like when you go get strangled all the time,
I fucking hate that word, man. Honestly, it's so overused. And I've said it before. I'm like, what's humble? Because I've asked, and especially in New Zealand, there's this culture of like, people even like they don't like me because it's he's not humble like a true Kiwi. He's not like the All Blacks, humble. And what they mean, and I've asked people this, what does humble mean? And someone said, you just don't brag. I'm like, ugh. They just mean downplaying your success.
Yes.
So if anyone like me rocks up and I'm owning it. I'm like, fuck
You're owning it. Yeah.
I'm the champ. I'm the man. I've been the champ.
You're him.
And then they say, oh no, he's not humble. But I tell you what, humble is when I have Dan Hooker on my fucking neck, hangman.
Yeah.
Humble is when I have Stephen Warby cracking me with an uppercut. Mm-hmm. Humble is when I have Carlos kicking me in the body and making my liver go, that's true humility.
Yeah.
But me like trying to act, dull my shine just to make someone else feel comfortable, that's not humble. And every time I've said something, I said I'm the UFC Middleweight Champion from my UFC debut. You just don't know it yet. I did that from my UFC debut, and I did before my UFC debut. I said I was gonna fight Robert Whittaker for this belt in 2019, and I did. I said I'm gonna beat John Jones 2021 Raider Stadium International Fight Week, and I will. Every single time I say something, I always find a way. There's a method to my madness. I put it out there in front of the world, so that way I do everything in my power. My subconscious does everything in its power to make it happen. If not, then I have to eat my words, and I don't like doing that, so I make them eat their words every single time. Well, to G myself up sometimes, if you ever feel down, sometimes you look at yourself and you give yourself positive affirmations. That was something I used to do every morning. But also therapy. After my first UFC fight, like straight after I got home, I was like, I need to go see someone about this. Cause,
no way, really?
Yeah. I mean, like, think about it like coffee. If you drink coffee, right, you get a coffee high, and then you crash. So it's like after my first UFC fight, UFC 221 in Perth, it was just a lot of stimulus, a lot of people coming at you. And then when I was finally home alone with my own thoughts, I was just like, it was like a crash. It was like I was sad, and I was sad for like a week, and I was like, why am I sad? I just made my UFC debut in spectacular fashion, made $50K bonus. And I realized this isn't really normal, so I sought the help that I needed to help me adjust to the life. And it wasn't until my fourth UFC fight, that was in New York, MSG, that I felt like after I got back, I was able to integrate back into like my own life properly without being in a low. Yeah.
No kidding.
When
you sit there
I say not everyone is mentally ill, but if you don't look after your mental health, just like if you don't look after your physical health,
right,
you're gonna get physically ill. So you have to be on top of it. Life is tough, man. So yeah, it's good to go through those kind of situations, because I tell those kids, don't worry, because a lot of them, they think this is how life is gonna be forever. This is it. And I remember being that kid. So if I could go back and tell myself anything, is just keep going, because eventually, you're not gonna peak in high school. They will. I go back to the town that I was at then, and I see a lot of them now. Because even in my brain, when I think about those situations, I see them still as bigger than me. But when I go back, I'm towering over them. At the end of the day, I'm just gonna keep doing me. Thing is as well, with me, I can be vulnerable. I talk about a lot of stuff that get to me sometimes because I feel like it might help someone else who's going through it. And because I'm on a platform now, bingo, people see me different. So I have to, like, even being on, I did a meeting with some producers just before for a really big show. And beforehand, the suits are trying to tell me, the UFC handlers trying to tell me, like, oh, remember this, remember that, da-da-da-da.
Yeah, be yourself.
I'm like, exactly. You know what? If I really wanted to do this, I'd be the best at this. And I didn't know if it was true. Quote from Ali makes sense to me now. Like, I'm the greatest. I said it before I knew I was. And I was saying it way back then, but didn't care if people believe me or not. I just said it because it made me feel great. Growing up in Nigeria was, for me, a blessing, and I feel everyone should, no matter where they come from. As an adult now, I realize how good I had it back home, because the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And people, as a young person or a small boy, you kind of think, if I go over there, it'd be awesome, it'd be cool. But now as an adult, I'm like, man, I'm trying to go back home now. I canceled my trip to Europe because I really want to go home after this fight with my belt. And me and Kamaru can do a little tour around Nigeria. I remember, for me, I just knew I had to go to that place. And that's what my coach said, go to that place, embrace the darkness, go numb. And I looked across the cage from him and I said, "You'll never beat me. I'm willing to die." Like and I meant that. Like, if this is how I go out, this is how I go out.
Oh my God.
And I put lead foot down, foot on the pedal, and even when I watch the fight again, I get sweaty palms, my heart's racing, I feel the emotions, and I was surprised, like the pace I put after doing what I did for already 20 minutes, the pace I put on him in that 5th round, that's some shit that, I don't want to toot my own horn, but man, that's legendary shit, man. But for me, when it's, when I say that, I don't say it lightly, so when I say I was willing to die, I was willing to kill. And in that last round, I dropped him in, I think four times. I rocked him probably like 6 times. And the last 10 seconds in that flurry, I was just shifting hook. And I dropped him with like 5 seconds left. And I just threw an elbow on him. And I was trying to kill him, literally, because hey, it's dog eat dog. I'm trying to eat. Not to be racist or anything like that, but he tries to sound like the prototypical guy to come across.
Because he thinks that's
what's going to sell.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Now
We
they
can
see
smell
me
it a mile
shining.
away.
Oh, bro, they see me shining and they see how I'm working. They're like, you know why I recognize jealousy in other people? I used to be that guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say hate everyone, but there was one of my friends, I saw on my Instagram the story, who I was jealous of because he was working in the mines, getting like $2,500 a week. And he was telling me, this is when I just moved to Auckland. And he was telling me, come through, get some work. I'll look after, I'll make sure you get this job. You can get on the same pay as me. And after a while, I realized I stopped like fucking with him or like texting him back. And I didn't realize, I was like, wait, why am I jealous? And I realized it's nothing to do with him. He's not taking anything away from me.
Yeah.
So once I identify the monster, I can kill it.
You have gone about everything the right way, and 15 months into your UFC career, you can call yourself a UFC champion. Happy for you, man.
Yeah, not that fight. You need those, though. I mean, Eugene even said, like, you need those fights to level up. You can't get that in the gym because you don't get paid in the gym.
Right.
So you need those fights to push and to know that you have that lion, that dog in you. And I already knew I had it. We've been there. Eugene, in the end of the 4th, he's like, let's go to that place. Because I've been on the Airdyne and I've been pushing on the VO2 max and I've cried, like, just not from pain or anything, but just from going to that place, finding that will, like what makes me want to do this, what makes me want to put myself through this. So when I looked across from the kid and he's standing there, I looked at him like legit. I said, Ayabieko in Yoruba. That means heart of a lion. And I was willing to die. I was like, don't worry, if he puts me out, he puts me up. But I was willing to die to get this shit, man.
He kind of like, yeah, cool, bro. Yeah, cool, all right, bye. And February, from like, I think it was around maybe November that happened. So February 2010, I just show up at the gym. First place I came in Auckland, when I arrived in the car I had at the time, I just straight to the gym. I remember the gym was way different back then. It had a cage at the front of the gym, and there was couches at the back of the gym a little bit. He was on the couch. I just walked in, he was like he saw a ghost, like, oh, hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, I moved here. I said, oh, okay. And pretty much, he just said, because I came there to train with someone else at the time initially, but then that person left the gym, so I was kind of stuck. And he just told me, like, just, check out a few other gyms first, see what you like. But at one point later on, I think within 2 weeks, he just said, he kind of looked at me one day, just like, just stay here.